Gary Straatmann was brought up in his father's TV sales and repair business, but the impressions he carried away from a funeral home tour in 8th grade were formative. He is the Hub's 2013 Freedom Award recipient in the Business and Industry category. Straatmann is involved in a number of Kearney religious and service organizations, but in 2005 he volunteered to help in the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina, the 5-day storm that killed 1,833 people.
The Nebraska funeral directors put out an email that they were going to take volunteers to go down to Louisiana for the search and recovery for the victims of Katrina. And so you posted online when you were available and how long you could stay down there. So there was about 8 of us that volunteered, and I went down with 5 different funeral directors across the state. And we left right after, about 2 weeks after Katrina, and then we were there for 2 weeks. You know, your training as a funeral director helps you with that. You do need to be prepared for what you're going to see if you're not into that profession or have not been into some type of profession that exposes you to fatalities. So I think I was prepared for it. What you're not prepared for is a lot of times is the smells that you get down there. You see a lot of things on television and the pictures and the videos, but what you're not prepared for is the different smells that you get from the fatalities and petroleums and all the different chemicals that get mixed together. And so I think that's one thing that I was not prepared for.
It was delicate work. People who survived Katrina contacted disaster centers attempting to locate their loved ones. Part of Straatmann's job was talking with survivors about the people they were searching for and gathering as many physical descriptions as possible to fill a database that helped identify the remains of victims.
When we made positive identification for family members so they could start their grief, although they started before, but once they had the closure, they knew what happened to their loved one, and we made identification and say, this is where your loved one is. And you could see that somewhat glimmer of resolve, and now they had their loved one back. And then at the very end, they would give you a hug. And that was probably the most rewarding of anything, is when they would give you your hug.